What's up, guys? Producer TCustomz, TCustomz Productionz. You know, I haven't done a beat making video or any kind of technical video for a while, Ableton Live. So I wanted to give you guys something to give you guys an inside look on a new track that I'm working on. Normally when I do a beat making video or tutorial or something, it's a track I've already finished, but this is actually one I just started last night. Worked on it for a few hours, worked on it an hour or so today. Still hasn't been mixed, and it's still, you know, I'm actually still working on it and kind of fleshing it out into a full track. But I at least wanted to give you guys kind of an inside look, since I haven't done anything like this for a little while, and just let you hear on some new stuff that I've been working on. This is a soul sample, a soul-based beat. I was actually doing some e-digging and found it's like an early 80s sample. So anyway, I just want to give you guys a little snippet of part of the sample that really stood out to me when I was first listening to this. This was the part of the sample that really caught me and made me think like, yo, I want to use this for sure. So here's a little preview of the sample. Don't you see? This was the part right here. Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, I need to do something with this. It's gonna sound really cool when I speed it up a little bit. And anyway, so I I laid down a basic drum pattern. After I chopped it up, you can see the slices right here. They're like 115 slices, which sounds kind of ridiculous. But the thing with me is I like to go ahead and make sure that I have everything chopped, even if it takes me a lot longer initially, because I don't ever want to have to go back when I'm in the creative process creating a beat. I don't ever want to have to go back and re-slice the sample. Like, that just throws me out of my element, I guess. I started with a couple chops, as you can probably see in a minute when I play the sequence, from that piece of the sample that I just played you. Like, that's what started the sequence. So I have basically 115 slices, and I have, to make one 4 8-bar sequence, I have slices like all over across the board. And I actually did the sampling on my MPK 49, so at least I have 49 keys to work with, and that would be ridiculous trying to do that on a drum pad. I mean, it's cool if you can find a loop that's just, you know, 8-bar or 16-bar loop or something you can just chop up, and it fits great on your 16 pads. Like, that's fine, but it doesn't always work out like that for me. So that's when I'll go to my keyboard to sample. That way I can work with more samples at the same time. So before I lay down the sample sequence, I actually lay down a basic drum track, and I'll play that for you. Just a kick and a snare, really basic, really basic. I ended up adding some drum rolls, kind of kick and snare drum rolls, which you'll hear later, but this is the basic pattern that I started with. So that's it. I mean, that's really what started the foundation. I started with right around 90 BPM is where I started with the beat, and then I ended up going to 88, which worked with the sample, at least at the pitch that I had it set at, which is actually +6, is what I ended up pitching the sample up to make it kind of fit and work with the right tempo and everything. So I just played the sample sequence that I came up with this drum pattern, and if you can see down here, I don't know if you'll be able to see, these pads will light up, but you'll see pads lighting up down here and up here and just everywhere. So like I said, I'm just utilizing all those sample slices that I chopped. Okay, so that's the basic pattern that I came up with, the basic sequence, 8-bar loop. As you can hear, well, I don't know if you can hear, but the bass has been filtered out. I tried doing some low pass filter, low end theory, I mean, but I just don't like the way that the low end theory works out in my mixes for whatever reason. I guess I've just grown accustomed over the years to creating a bass line. Anyway, it just sounds better in the mix to me, and so I've actually created a bass line. And the only other real things I've done at this point are added like percussion. I added a shaker that kind of drives the percussion throughout. I have a basic hi-hat, just comes down on the whole notes, which is not really like a fast pace anything. And then I added about 3 or 4 different crashes that come in at various times that hit down on the main kicks and snares and just offer some high end a little bit. Okay, so there's not really any other pieces or any other sections in the sample that I'm gonna try to make a totally new sequence with. I may end up adding extra instrumentation, but what I've started to do now was I'm gonna kind of use that part as like the hook, and then I've started to use that same sequence and then kind of strip away certain elements and substitute some of the vocal chops for just other instrumental chops and just kind of make it more open for a verse or something like that. So that's kind of where I am right now, and I'm also experimenting a little bit with automated filtering just to offer some variation and make it a little less cluttered for the verse. And so this is kind of where I am. Again, this is subject to change, but this is kind of what I'm looking at right now. So there's some little automated filtering going on right now. Added a little change of different vocal chop right there. So anyway, this is pretty much where I am with this track. I'm not sure when this will drop or even when I'll come back to it and finish it up, but I wanted to give you guys again just a sneak peek inside look. Hopefully you guys like the track. If you want to see this on the site, if you want to see this released, let me know, drop in your comments below. Click the like button if you like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.